Hello, Mente Aprende family. It's wonderful to connect with you once again. I'm Jorge Franco, a psychiatrist, and I want to give you the warmest welcome to this new episode of our podcast, the space where curiosity and science come together to explore the corners of our minds. Today, we venture into a field at the forefront of psychiatry, one of those innovations that fill us with awe and hope. We'll be talking about deep brain stimulation, a tool that aims to shed light on the darkest form of depression. Depression is a complex medical illness that goes far beyond temporary sadness, profoundly affecting brain function. We can picture the brain as a city with a sophisticated electrical grid, where depression causes short circuits in key areas that regulate mood, pleasure, sleep, and energy. This disruption significantly impacts the quality of life for those who suffer from it, interfering with their daily activities and personal relationships. Conventional treatments like antidepressants and psychotherapy act as technicians, repairing this neural network, and they are effective for most people by helping neurotransmitters flow better. However, there is also treatment-resistant depression, where multiple interventions fail to produce significant improvement, not due to a lack of effort from the patient, but because of a complex brain biology that presents unique challenges in each individual. Deep brain stimulation, DBS, emerges as an innovative solution, functioning like a pacemaker for the brain. This neurosurgical procedure involves implanting very thin electrodes, thinner than a strand of spaghetti, into specific areas of the brain, particularly the subcallosal cingulate cortex or Brodmann area 25. This region acts as a central station for the emotional network, which is often hyperactive in severe depression, as if it's stuck in a persistent negative mode. The electrodes are connected by a subcutaneous wire to a neurostimulator implanted in the chest below the collarbone. This device, about the size of a stopwatch, sends controlled electrical impulses to modulate brain activity. The goal isn't to destroy tissue, but to regulate the faulty circuits, allowing the emotional network to reset and function more harmoniously. Scientific evidence supports DBS as a treatment for severe cases of resistant depression, specifically when other therapeutic options, including electroconvulsive therapy, ECT, have been exhausted. Longitudinal studies show that approximately half of the patients experience a significant long-term response, with some achieving complete remission of symptoms. It's crucial to understand that improvement is gradual, not immediate. Physicians program and fine-tune the electrical parameters over weeks and months. Patients often describe it as a fog lifting. Slowly, as they regain interest in activities, vital energy, and the ability to feel pleasure. Like any surgical procedure, it carries potential risks, such as infection or bleeding, which must be carefully evaluated by a multidisciplinary team of experts. DBS treatment requires a long-term commitment, with ongoing follow-ups and adjustments. It is generally combined with psychotherapy to help rebuild aspects of life that have been severely affected by years of illness. Research continues to advance, using advanced neuroimaging to more precisely identify brain circuits and optimize patient selection, aiming to make the treatment more effective and personalized. DBS powerfully demonstrates that severe depression has a real and tangible biological basis. Just as a pacemaker can regulate the heart's rhythm, we are learning to precisely intervene in the brain's circuits to restore hope and quality of life for those suffering from treatment-resistant depression. This cutting-edge therapy represents the convergence of neuroscience and modern medicine to address one of the most complex challenges in mental health. It is not a magic cure, but a sophisticated technological tool that offers new possibilities to patients who had lost hope of ever getting better, transforming the treatment landscape for the most severe and resistant depression. And here I want to make a final reflection that I believe is crucial. While deep brain stimulation is immensely promising and a beacon of hope, it's essential to remember that for depression, it is still considered an investigational treatment. In fact, to date, it does not yet have approval from regulatory agencies, like the FDA in the United States, for this specific indication. That is why it is vital that as communicators, journalists, and health professionals, we approach these advances with a tremendous sense of responsibility. We must avoid, at all costs, conveying the false idea that it is an easy, quick cure that works for everyone. The reality is that it is a complex procedure for a very specific group of patients, and it is part of a long road to recovery, not a shortcut. Thank you so much for joining me through to the end of this episode. If you found value in this content and want to continue exploring the topics of the mind, I invite you to follow us on your favorite platform. Find Mente Aprende on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube podcasts so you don't miss an episode. And to continue the conversation throughout the week, join our community on social media. You can find us on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook as at Mente Aprende. I'm Jorge Franco, and I look forward to seeing you in our next episode. Until next time.